What's what's going on, everybody? You got the Raging Rob here. Thanksgiving Day. I want to say Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, my enemies, my haters, my friends, family, whoever's watching this video. Happy Thanksgiving. But this is one thing. This is one holiday I really don't celebrate. I really don't believe in it. I am a true conservative, but there's certain how do I say this? There's certain things that I think and believe that puts my conservatism to a question. You think about Thanksgiving, and we're celebrating the Pilgrims that came over and the big dinner that the Native Americans had with the Pilgrims. What happened later? We killed off the Indians because the white man took over. Now, I'm not blaming Christopher Columbus. He wasn't the bad guy. It was some dictators we had and some evil people, including the British, that we had at the time that wanted to take over this country. And they're mostly to blame for hold on. For what happened during these atrocities when 18 million Native Americans were slaughtered, men, women, and children. And then we put them on reservations and forgot about them. And then now, today, we give them free college and free this and free housing and free that for what happened back in the 1800s, 1600s, whatever. A lot of them own casinos but I have a problem with that. I have a problem with them. We shouldn't be giving free shit out for shit that happened 200-something years ago. Just like we're doing to the black community. Well, not to be racist, but a lot of them on welfare and food stamps, and they want free this and free that because of slavery. They just can't let that racism shit go. I don't like what happened. I don't like what my ancestors did 200-something years ago, slaughtering Native Americans. But you let that shit go. We're living in 2017. We ain't living in 1703, okay? You let that shit go, and you forget about it, and you move on. But I honestly think that Thanksgiving is a racist holiday. It's sort of like that one holiday that the Nazis supported in Nazi Germany. Can't remember what it was. I think it was called Helter Skelter or something like that. I don't know. Or Hydra or something. I don't know. I forgot. It was a German something that... I don't know. Anyway... I honestly believe that Thanksgiving is a racist holiday against the Native American people. I respect the Native American people. They were here before we were, before the white man was. But I also don't like the fact that today a lot of them leech off the government. Yeah. The Keystone XL pipeline. I totally support building the pipeline. We need to stop depending on that Arab oil. We need to start, becoming independent, energy efficient, independent. You know what I mean? And that's one reason I voted for Donald Trump. And that's what he's trying to do. I mean, these people in North Dakota protesting this pipeline. Well, the last time I checked, they're on federal land, owned by the federal government. That means they can do what they want. It's not... Well, I mean, you got the private property too, but... We gave you this land. We gave you this land. We gave you this land for free. Okay? If we give you it, we could take it from you. So... they're pretty much taking advantage of it. I mean... with this pipeline situation going on. And besides, the fact the damn thing's going to be underground, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt their land. It's not. It's going to be hundreds of feet underground. I mean, it's just, it's, I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, this racist holiday, which I don't celebrate. And I was watching one black pastor, and he was right. You know, he said that only Peckerwoods celebrate this holiday. Well, I guess you're kind of right about that. Now, I myself am not a Peckerwood. I'm a white nationalist. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's more more things that happen during Thanksgiving that I'm probably wrong about. Like the Native Americans, we had the big dinner. I'm just trying to understand this. I don't believe everything in history books. I'm confused about Thanksgiving. I don't know. Maybe it's not racist. I don't know. I'm confused. I get these wires twitching in my head. It's just, I don't know which. You have no idea the kind of conflict that's going on inside my brain. It's like the South Korean and North Korean war. 50 years later, they're still fighting. And that's the way it is in my brain. It's just fighting, trying to decide which way to swing. Is it racist or not? I don't really celebrate it. I think it's just a stupid holiday altogether. I mean, it's just dumb. It's a dumb holiday. Maybe I'm wrong about Thanksgiving. Maybe I'm wrong. But besides the fact, it's just a stupid holiday. Halloween's another one. Halloween was started by Satanists. Those are two holidays. Thanksgiving and Halloween are two holidays that are just stupid. They're pointless and stupid. Sit around and stuff your fucking face. I mean, I don't see what the point of that is. At least Easter has a point, celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Christmas, celebrating the birth of Jesus. July 4th, we're celebrating the independence of the birth of the United States of America. Veterans Day, we're honoring the veterans. 9/11, we're honoring the heroes that put their lives on the line for, to serve us. The police officers, firefighters, paramedics. What is Thanksgiving celebrating? A Boogie 2988 and Wings of Redemption, fat face slob. Sort of like So Real James and Jerry the food review guy. And that other YouTuber guy, Fat Slob. He actually calls himself Fat Slob. Or no, King Slob, that's it, King Slob. That's what he calls himself. He calls himself King Slob. King Slob. Yeah, that's what he calls himself, King Slob. But yeah, that's what we're celebrating. And we're celebrating the, Native Americans having their big dinner. And then after we have their big dinner, kabam, 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 kabam. And the ones that survive, there's your reservation. You're only allowed to go over there. You leave that land, kabam. That's what North Korea does. If you leave our country, kabam. I heard about that story about that guard that escaped to South Korea. Good for him. But that's the tyrannical tyrants that were in power back in the day. It was bad back then. I mean, they would shoot you and ask questions later. It's not as bad as today as it was back then. It was worse back then. It's getting better. Now that we got Donald Trump in office, yeah, it's getting better. I think the days are getting better. But we need to leave history behind and forget about this stupid holiday and just move on. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Happy Thanksgiving.